Well, hi babies. Hi, my cuties, my little darlings, my little schnookums, my little locking hubcaps, my little fuel additives. Hi. Hi, my little fuel filter. Hi. Hi, my little code reader. Hi, how are you? I hope this video finds you well. It is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time. Use your own discernment and intuition. Man, my neighbor's already setting off fireworks, so this is gonna be lit, fam. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I am not doing them. And at this moment anyway, also, I would never do that anyway. In the comments, beloved, I have a important message to get to you. I saw 111 on the clock. I have an important message to you. I also see 111 on my clock as well. Oh, wow, wait. So this is gonna be lit, fam. Fireworks during the day. 111 twice. Y'all, this is gonna be lit. 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 I'm all geeked on coffee, so let's get it. All right, we're cleansed. I'm not gonna reach out to you, beloved. I have an important message to get to you, blah, 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 whatever. There's a dark witch in your energy. You need to cash app me immediately. However, I will say my Cash App and PayPal are both Mystic Melly. So, you know, if you're feeling generous, you know what it is. Bro, I have like come back from the most Mercury retrograde fucking vacation I had ever had in my life. It needed to happen, but yeah, because it's like spring break from the school that I teach at, and you know, I was like, yeah, I deserve it. I don't take vacations, I don't take trips, so I need to like do this for myself, right? Bro, dog, homie. So with my brand new diesel truck, it's not brand new, it's a 1999 F250 Power Stroke 7.3, baby. You know what it is. Woo! It got me a third of the way, and then decided to piddle out all the tranny fluid, the automatic transmission fluid, American 5 or V, whatever you want to call it. And I decided to piddle that all out after a couple hills, and I feel so bad. There was some guy behind me. In a way, it was like almost karma for him because he was like driving all crazy, and my transmission fluid was like spitting out. There was no pull-offs or like town near, so I was just like trying to get it to the closest town. And the guy behind me was just like getting a windshield full of ATF. He was driving like a jerk before that, so maybe that was his karma. I don't know. He had to pull off because his washer fluid ran out. So sorry, bro, but I had bigger things at hand. I was not about to stop in the middle of nowhere. Anywho, it starts a smoking. It starts a getting hot. I only have maybe one gear, so I'm like redlining it, just trying to get it to, you know, it's just under redlining it to get to the nearest pull off, and I suddenly got 5 neutrals after that, and yeah, that happened. I was all like, yay, road trip, woo! I just changed the oil on it, because it's got a brand new block, and I had already hit 2,000 miles on it, so it was due for its little 2,000 mile oil change. I did that, did some other things, and then it was like, you know, I call my truck Whitey, and it's like Whitey was so excited that it piddled, and you know, blew its load too soon, if you will. But it was really dope because like it just happened. It just, you know, I had like no gears, and the ramp was mostly downhill, and then it just like right before it got the off ramp, like it got up to a light, and then I was stuck at that light. It was a good time. However, the tow truck company was like super badass. I called like right before they were closing. Well, like their open hours were, I'm sure they do emergency calls and stuff, but they like showed up immediately, like after I called, and I had never had that. Usually it's like you wait like hours for a tow truck, but they showed up. The dude was super cool that gave me a ride back home, and then LOL, I had already paid for a room. There was no refund or anything like that, and it was really expensive, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go like still. So it was supposed to be a 6-hour drive, and it ended up being 18 hours on the road because I went back up to my house with the tow truck driver and then took my other vehicle and went on vacation after that. But it was good. You know, everything still worked out, but just a lot of little bumps and stuff along the way. It was a crazy time, but you know, I made it through. I still went on vacation. I was exhausted, but we here now. We back home. I got Whitey in the garage, still peeing a little bit, still piddling a little ATF every now and again, but it'll get sorted out. I was called to share that story because if you're like experiencing just stuff like that, like I'm not gonna lie, I had like a little meltdown. I was like, you know, it was after like I paid for the tow bill because it was freaking ridiculous because it was 4 hours of driving for the tow. And after I paid that and like coming back, I finally had my meltdown that night, and I was just like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just got this truck. I was all excited. Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I felt everything. I bitched about it. But, you know, I'm better now. I had to like work through a lot of stuff because I was in that like poor me energy, like me. Why is this happening to me? You know, like, and I could logically say like, oh, well, you know, the Holy Spirit always delivers, like you're never, this is for a reason, all this shit, like, which it was, like I was shown like there are like good people out there that are willing to help and stuff like that. Like it's all for a reason. I'm here to share my story for whatever it is. It was a lot, but I'm back in it. I was able to kind of pull myself out of that, and I'm actually now excited to get a new transmission and kind of go through that process. And it's interesting because my motorcycle, when I first got it, was the same thing. I had like a bunch of issues. I had death wobble on it. So at least Whitey, my diesel, didn't try to kill me. So we're winning there. It just tried to strand me, you know, leave me stranded somewhere. So we're getting through it. You know, it's like seeing if I'm really loyal. I don't know. But I was called to share that story for a reason, and hopefully you got something out of it. I'm here now. I'm excited. Like, and the message I kept getting from my guides is like, yo, this is showing you how abundant you are. Like, I had another vehicle. I could still like have the vacation. Yeah, I was fucking exhausted. My ass hurt from sitting. I'm not a sitting person to begin with. And the tow truck, bro, I'm like concerned for that tow truck driver being in that truck all day, because like that shit was hard. And like, I'm not one to complain about like hard seats, but like that was like a whole other level of hard. And homie is in his truck for 12 hours a day. So I hope your butt's okay. Please take care of it. And your back. It was good. I still think, you know, I still got there. It was like the whole trip I was just trying to pull myself out of it. And it was interesting because I had a message that I did a couple days before I went on vacation that said like, you're supposed to take the vacation or a trip and something might happen with the vehicle. Like, so I totally predicted the whole entire thing, and I'm like, damn, that message was for me, dog. Like, shit. But here I am. I'm part of the collective too, as you know, and I thought I'd share my story. Like, I still have these meltdowns, and I was all sad because I love my truck, and the whole time I was missing my truck, I was like, I could be driving Whitey right now, and I could be making turbo noises and like, I was going through it, not gonna lie. But I made it, got a cool ring, turquoise, baby. I experienced I ate some bomb ass food. Like, it was all super good, but yeah, I was still going through it emotionally, and I'm like, I miss my truck, man. We were just like this, big dog. And sorted out now. Anyway, maybe that sharing my story will help somebody. Actually, I might just end it on this, and maybe throw a little card on it and go with that. But if you're like going through it, let's see if we can get a card for this. Like, that might help you through this. Snack. So what I was getting from that, like with my whole situation, is like, now, like, my truck did have a little bit of high performance stuff on it, but now I can like really build it how I want, and it's not someone else's build. So it's like, oh, like, this is a new delicious beginning. I was completely covered in ATF, automatic transmission fluid. I was covered in it. My whole truck was covered in it. The people that were driving behind me were covered in it. I have a hole in the floor of the cab, and there was the smoke from the transmission fluid was coming into the cab. I felt disgusting. I drove covered, like, went back on vacation, that original 6 hour drive, which it was supposed to be. I was still covered in that stuff. So I still like went all dirty to this like fancy ass resort, just smelling like diesel smoke and ATF smoke. And it was a good time. I didn't let it stop me. And, now it's like, oh, okay, I can look forward to this new delicious beginning. It's exciting because now it can be my build. Now it can be something exciting to look forward to, something new, something I haven't experienced yet. It's mine. It's going to be all mine. It's not somebody else's. Yeah, I was bummed because they had like yoga classes in the morning for that resort that I stayed at, and I missed it because I was too tired. I was too tired and dehydrated from driving. But it was good nonetheless. Anything else that I can speak on? Starseed. I will say I did meet several people along the way that were so helpful and like gave little insights, like to try and help, because I noticed it was smoking, it was leaking a little bit, and I tried that like stop leak stuff, and like people were being super helpful and like showing up for me in that way. So it's like my clan was showing up for me, especially that tow truck driver. He and the owner of the company, like they went out of their way to like show, like I had literally never been picked up that fast in my life. And the owner, that like the dispatch guy that sent out the tow truck driver for me, apparently like told the driver I was like hanging off the end of a cliff and he needed to get there immediately. And like, so he like put his ass in gear, and straight up they showed up for me so fast. And it was really great, like conversation that was like really enlightening, and kind of getting that past perspective on like where I used to be with my self-worth and stuff. That guy like opened up in that way, and it was just a really invigorating conversation. And the drive wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, there was traffic, it was horrible, long drive, whatever, but I got to know like a really cool person and hear their story, and that was very helpful because I could see myself and what they were going through, like just recently, like what I had been through and had overcome, and that person was like wanting to do the same, and they were doing their self-reflection and all of that. And it was just really cool. Like I wouldn't have expected it. It did go smoothly for how haywire things were. So it worked out the way it needed to. And my clan, my people showed up for me. As wild and stressful as it was. Yeah, we got privilege and narcissist fell in reverse, and I'm going to keep it that way. Oh, okay. And we did, that starseed did come out in the negative, and I'm just gonna like bring this up as like a interesting thing to think about. Is I had issues prior that I was surrounded with like bad people that didn't have my highest intentions, and things didn't go as smoothly. I had, you know, the tow truck driver like took 2 hours. It was dark. I had work the next day. Like I had all this crazy shit happening. And it showed that I'm surrounding myself with the right people. I've cut the right people out of my life. I stopped doing certain things or indulging in certain things, or like I'm finding balance in things, you know, all this shit that I should be doing. I'm getting there, and it's showing me that I am in the right community, the right, like I'm heading the right direction, because things, yes, despite it going to shit in a handbasket, you know, that was like literally the most Mercury retrograde thing that could happen. You know, I was supposed to get to the check-in for the resort at 4. It was actually going to be like 3:45, something that was like my planned time. And I got there at 3:30 a.m. the next day. So that was supposed to be 4 p.m., 1600, if you will. And I got there at 03:30. Yeah. So I missed out on a lot of time. I didn't get to explore the resort and all of that stuff like I wanted to, but it happened for a reason. I met these wonderful people. I was shown that like I can make it through. The universe always has my back. Like shit just works out. And now I have something to look forward to. I have a new project to work on. Yes, I was already working on it, but you know, I was like thinking like eventually I want to like build this up, make it fast, like get more high performance out of it. And universe is like, yo, word, okay, ha, you're getting pushed into it now, bitch. So it worked out the way it was supposed to, apparently. The privilege thing, honestly, what I'm seeing here is I actually have love and light. See on this card, it says #love and light. I have a sticker that says love and light on the back of my truck. I've got like a 4-inch lift on this bitch, and it's on 35 tires. Maybe I'll post a picture or a video of it. It's in the garage. It's kind of, it'll run, but I got 5 neutrals, so do what you will with that, and the 4-wheel drive don't work. Yay. But I'm just kind of seeing it as like, I'm not above, like, maybe I'm here to share that with you, that I'm not above anything, you know, of this stuff happening. Like, just because I'm out here sharing my story, like, hopefully that makes you feel better. Like, bro, we're all getting through it. I have my little breakdowns. You know, I was bummed out. I was like, I didn't like throw a fit or be rude to anybody, but I was like, man, I miss my truck. Like, I was excited to take Whitey on this badass trip and like show her off and all this stuff, and I didn't get to. So it is what it is. And you know, I did feel with the tow truck driver that they got like a lot out of interacting on that trip. And you know, it was like they got some soul food, like, and I didn't feel drained or anything from their conversation and sharing their story on like what has happened in their life and stuff like that. So they got, you know, I was there, maybe they were going through it or needed to get some confirmation about themselves, or, you know, feel more confident in their life and where they're headed, that I know that they got with that narcissist in reverse. So, and I, you know, everyone was like super just wanting to make it like see me win. They're like, we're rooting for you, buddy. Like, that's a long ass trip you got tonight, but good on you for still going. Like, so yeah, it worked out the way it did. You know, I didn't get to make the stops that I wanted because, you know, 18 hours of my trip was gone, but shit happens, and it did happen for a reason. I'm getting pushed more into that high performance. It's almost like the universe is like, bro, you don't need to wait on this shit. Like, if you want it, then go get it. You want high performance out of your truck, go get it. Like, you have permission. This is it. Go for it, little buddy. Go, big dog. So if you're like kind of wondering, like, tell the universe what's up, and they'll be like, oh, word, okay. And instead of like being like, oh fuck, I gotta like dump all this cash on it anyway, you were going to anyway. If you wanted the damn trip, the vacation or whatever, say you lose your job, you get fired or something, and you're like, man, I want to go on vacation, like, and then you get fired. I have 13:31 on the clock. This is you taking control of, like, you're the leader, you're managing your life, like, by making these desires and being like, yeah, one day I want to like go on vacation or whatever, but my job won't let me have time off, and then you end up getting fired. It's like, bro, like, the universe listens and makes it in weird, stressful, and confusing ways, but you got what you wanted, so you might as well fucking do it, bro. Like, just do it. I don't know if this, you know, whoever this needs to reach, just go for it. This is how you're gonna come back to yourself with that land back. You know, it's almost like I'm reading for myself, and I hope this like message helped in some sort of way. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my ride or dies. I'm pretty sure I was like, well, okay, I was like shadow banned for a little bit on here over some dumbass video, that whatever. But thank you for all you regular people, because really that's the only people that are like able to watch my videos right now, because of some algorithm shenanigans, because I got in trouble. I did a no on a video and it got taken down. So it would be nice if you know, shared the videos, liked, comment, all of that stuff. I appreciate all of you, the ride or dies, that are watching and still commenting, because you're the only ones that are doing it right now, because I was taken out of the old algorithm because of my shadow ban shenanigans. So I was speaking truth and people didn't like it. But I love you so much, and thank you all for being here. Okay, bye.